Previously on Tomorrow's End.
Why am I the one that gets picked on then?
Have you looked at yourself in the fucking mirror lately?
You sure got some pretty lips.
Because you don't say a lot, but when you do, you have the absolute best comeback lines.
Because little kids regularly throw rocks at you and scream Bigfoot and run away. You gotta put it. He's got to wear an ascot. He's got to wear an ascot. We're gonna make him wear an ascot.
All right. All of our love, at least my love, goes out to our one listener who is risking death by government to listen to our shitty podcast. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Welcome to Morrows End, a live play podcast set in the Morrow Project universe. Episode 13, Wake Me Up Before You Go-Go. The team has now spent the last 6 months in beets and helped the town in a way that only the team can, but they're starting to feel restless and talk about what their next move is and where they should go.
So, my theory was this. So, we were doing some remedial, physical, occupational therapy to get Charlie back operating like, well...
Did I ever get my brace?
non-payment.
I need my brace.
Yeah.
Okay. I need my brace. Bionic
6 months
brace.
later, your brace is going to be, going to have to move some things around. So... All right, Charlie. You've had this damn thing on long enough. I want you to do some general things for me today. We're going to see how well things have healed. Fair?
Okay.
All right. Leave your pants on.
Damn it.
Yeah, I know. All right. First thing I want you to do is, now with some help, I'm going to hold your hands, but hold them straight out. And I want you to try to squat as far as you can.
Okay. It's hard to squat in these pants. Can I take my pants off?
No, leave your goddamn pants on. Nope. Nobody needs to see that right now. All right. Now, I want you to do a lunge slowly. Remember lunges from high school?
Which leg forward?
Your bad one forward.
Okay.
All right.
Which leg got blown up? I don't remember.
It was the right one.
Thank you.
How come I can remember that?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Now, you're going to reverse. We want you to hold your balance. Now, hold on. Arms out to your side, like in a cross fashion. And now with other side, lunge forward.
That's harder.
Correct. Let's see how far you can go down. You don't have to make it all the way to the bottom. Just
So, okay, in my skills, I have dance and stuff like that. Would that help and aid in my healing process? Make it faster, stronger?
it's probably going to help in your recovery.
Okay.
That's the fun part to this.
Mm-hmm.
You know this. Physical therapy sucks.
Yeah.
It's painful. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But you've also been doing that. You've also been using the brace to do a lot of things. So now we're going to operate again. We're going to occupational stuff.
Okay.
So now you're actually going to wear the brace only when you need to.
That sounds great.
All right.
I thought I'd have to wear it forever.
Charlie, your bill of health here is, you're at 60%. Not bad.
Not bad.
It's starting to get a little flabby on the right-hand side of your ass, but that just happens. How much longer are we going to stay?
That's a hell of a question.
I think that's something we...
I mean, there's a lot of things out there that we haven't figured out yet.
We're gonna have to gather in and actually have this as a real talk, because I got two midwives and a gent around here. They're trained up. They'll be able to take care of these people in a fashion that a friggin' broken leg ain't gonna kill nobody. Or
Well, the guys down at the brewery should be able to keep stuff going.
I go back and I start looking at what Morrow put down and kind of fed into our brains. And is this where we need? I mean, this is a good start. We're actually operating as a team, right? Fully operational.
I don't think we were meant to get too comfortable in one spot.
Well, that's part of it. And
That's a real question I've got. I mean,
And this
I'm
is
not disagreeing with you at
pre-established.
all.
This doesn't seem like the right place to build a university, for example.
Well,
there's people coming through, but it's not.
We got to remember here,
not big
folks.
enough.
I mean, let's face it. We're not going to do that. There were supposed to be some preordained things to be able to build from. Oh, we got these bolt holes and we've got this. I'm just going to say it to a certain extent. Why don't we just set ourselves up somewhere and create what we want?
We kind of have to go back to where we came from the beginning, before we were frozen. What was your vision when you joined? What was it that you wanted to accomplish?
Well, if you're asking me straight across, it's pretty easy. We're supposed to, help establish from some utopian base, Well, we overshot that. Or as far as we know, we have. So...
Oh, yeah, we have a date by now.
Are we going to... again, stay or go? If we're going to stay, then we need to... Well, let's be frank about it. We need to assume the leadership and push this community where it needs to be.
Yeah, they've got their own government. They're on their feet.
If we are staying, that's one thing.
Right.
But isn't the goal to help establish as many and help as many people as possible? Aren't we supposed to be traveling?
That makes sense.
Yes, but we weren't supposed to travel from community to community and set them up and make them great. We were actually supposed to reestablish a community so that it would be the center.
In your mind,
and again, I'm not arguing with you.
Right.
I'm just saying.
But in your mind, Doc, as when you first joined, when you agreed and you signed those papers, in your mind, what was the perfect solution? What would have happened?
It wasn't this.
I know it wasn't this.
That's why.
What was it?
Again, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we were supposed to be an outreach for Oz. I mean, I'm using analogies here because ultimately we were supposed to have a city-state that we were going to operate out of. Take knowledge to the savages, as it were. Reestablish what America was. Bring about a new life.
You're talking about what we were supposed to do. That's
Correct.
what the paperwork says.
Correct.
What in your head would have been the ultimate solution?
Which is my problem, because I've been here 10 years longer than you guys, and I ain't seen anything that fits that. Now, that's why I'm asking the question. We need to make a hard decision. Should we stay? Should we go?
I'm asking you this because it's going to aid in your decision.
Again, this isn't my decision to be made.
It's our decision on a whole,
Correct.
but I want everybody's opinion.
Again, I think that's what everybody wants to know. What are you leaning towards?
Will,
There's a couple loose ends here I'd like to tie up.
in the perfect world, would we move on or would we establish here?
We've established here as much as we're able to.
I believe that is correct.
You know,
I'm with you on that thought process.
They're off. They're better off than they were when we got here. And when we got here, they weren't in terrible straits. If we move on to another community, that's great. But there's a couple loose ends here that I'd like to see wrapped up. Remember when we got here? Like, I don't know, 3 days after we got here, 2 days after we got here, the guy on the motorcycle makes no fucking sense. I'd like to hunt his ass down.
Well, I'm going to tell you straight.
Because
that guy on the motorcycle had nothing to do with this community or even an outlier.
No, but
I would bet
he's a bully boy.
I would bet dimes to donuts on this one that he's either part of the militia or part of an outshot group.
Well, I don't think he's part of the militia because of the gear. His gear was much better.
Well, again,
so
all together with not
he
really
went
great.
north. I think the obvious solution is to go north and
right into the teeth.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Ashcan's been up north. We've heard some stuff up north. There's more communities up that direction. Maybe even go inland.
I go inland a little bit more further before I'd head north. To put it, build a picket line.
I'm not
You know
going.
what I mean?
I'm not going south.
No, what I'm saying is,
watching the fucking sky glow. I don't really want to go to what's left of Detroit.
build a picket line.
How far? You're talking about Hadrian's Wall.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
How far?
So if we stay on that line, or we build something south of it, not all the way to the shithole. Or if we're going to be explorers, we head north. But if we go, we got to be really prepared for the worst of it.
Well, it's either we go to it or it's going to come to us.
And understood, which is why having this community settled and getting out of here
That's
probably
the other
could be
thing.
the best for that community.
Right,
Yeah.
because we may be putting them at risk.
I think we already are.
By now, I'm sure word of that vehicle has gotten out.
Well, I'm
I
sure
don't
Maxwell's idiots are not far off on tracking us down.
Yeah,
And I spent.
I don't think they're going to go very far. This place is pretty well fortified. It's probably one of the places on their map they stay the hell away from. That's another option, is go down there and just squash the shit out of those assholes.
I spent a lot of time on the run and on the hideout before the freeze. I spent a lot of time trying to figure crap out. And yeah, it's nice to be somewhere settled and somewhere relatively safe. But, going out and just taking care of the problem seems like a better solution to me. Let's just go take care of the problem.
No, I don't disagree. I just don't want us to get into a position of losing any. We came real close.
Yeah. Here's the deal. As soon as we roll out of here, the wolves are going to come in. When we went out to pull the cash,
I don't. You know what? I think now they're going to try, but I believe that we've set a precedent that if this vehicle keeps the big nasty bads away, I think what we've taught these people and brought them together to be able to do now, they'll build their own deterrent.
Yeah.
And I believe that they're just going to push, quite literally, the wilderness back.
Well, they had a good harvest this year. That's going to get them through.
Well, what do we... I mean, tell you what. Let's hedge our bets. Let's do a recon. Let's go for a couple weeks north.
You want to go north or you want to go inland?
Let's go north. You want to chase this motorcycle guy? Let's chase him to...
Let's
run him to ground.
We're going to have to go inland because if we go not too far north, we're going to hit the bay. Well, actually, we're in the thumb, so we'll hit Huron.
You want to go inland? Let's do it. Pick a direction and go. I'm not your navigator.
I heard Saginaw is really nice.
Yeah, I mean,
you shut up over there.
There's supposed to be some people up around Bay City, Saginaw. I think Bay City got hit, didn't it? I would think.
Actually, I think it did. It is on the map of being squished.
So probably we want to go around Bay City, not through it.
Why don't we go this area that I know some locals call Midland?
As I say,
That's over that direction. Yeah,
we could head west. There was a reservation over there.
Yeah,
right in the middle.
Well, there is or there was.
Well, I don't know. We ain't been that far.
Yeah,
I've been around here, but I certainly
you talk to people who travel. I mean, the postmen come through. Doc,
hear me out on this for a second. I think maybe it would behoove us to see what it looks like after the aftermath.
Yeah. Doc, there's something in Midland that you'll be interested in.
Oh, yeah.
Corning glass.
Yeah. I say we go look at Saginaw and then head north.
That makes sense, yeah.
What do you think? Because if we have to backtrack, we can backtrack around and come back to this area.
Mm-hmm.
So seriously, why the fuck are we leaving? We just invested 6 months into this fucking town. I taught one motherfucker how to read, and we want to leave all of this progress to try and save the world with 6 people? I mean, Morrow and his team couldn't do it, clearly, because we're here and the world's a mess, and it's clearly just been lost to heathens and savages. No offense, Ashcan. So why on earth are we looking to leave? What are we looking to accomplish here? Are we just going to become nomads running from, whatever scavengers want to steal our technology?
That's more we're going to hunt down the scavengers and take it away from them, but,
Okay, so why not just have like a fortified position then to be able to withstand
Because
attacks
then
and
we
things of that
put
nature?
all of
We-
these
we have one of
people
those.
in danger too.
If they're sitting in
sure.
a fort, or if you know someone's sitting in a fort, do you want to go running up there and try to dig them out of that?
Not particularly. Because they're going to be able to usually mow you down if you got somebody in a fort.
So they're not going to come to us as long as we're here.
Saying.
Or if they do, there's going to be the full weight of a militia.
And we don't have to be so obvious with our technology. It's not like we have to have the striker on full display with lights flashing off it going, ooh, look at our futuristic past technology. I'm not sure how that works yet, but I'll figure it out soon.
You mean how we have been for the past 6 months?
Well, right.
Right.
We can still tone it down.
Let's,
I mean, right now we've got the still. We're still haven't figured out the fucking water problem.
What do you want to do? You want to paint horses on the side of the
yeah,
vehicle?
we have actually.
Out of Gabe. I thought the thing it said that we had figured out what the source of it was, but we still hadn't fixed the problem.
We dug another well.
I
a
fixed
deeper
it.
well.
We're
Okay.
setting up for, we basically got the water coming in has enough pressure we can build them a turbine off from it and generate power. That plus water pressure, you have a hydro drill. So they can drill a new well.
So we're golden.
And that means that I have a hydrogel to play with and we want to leave. Again, why?
Oh, and you also
Because they're
built
not
me
that
a leg
interesting.
brace that I don't
Fuck yes,
need all
I
the
did.
time anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. It's the best goddamn leg brace you ever seen.
Ever.
Very
Ever.
Mad Max-esque. It's sexy.
Right? Like,
See?
all I'm saying is we can go out and die
I
from a
can
chance
stash
encounter
things
from
in there.
A herd of mini mooses, mini meese, mini mice. What's the plural of moose?
Moose.
We're going to die eventually.
Right. So why not be able to die of cirrhosis of the liver? I mean, if I had a choice,
I'd
I'd
say,
rather do that than
Why
the
not?
Reaver-esque death I have coming to me out in the waste.
isn't it
Why not take care
better
of the issues we have and then come back here later?
Isn't it better
What
to go
issues?
out and meet your death
Maxwell's
and
militia
sitting
is
around
going to
waiting
come
for
here.
it?
Or build a life.
The Krell are going to come here.
Like, well, everything we're talking about though is just about how to stave off death. What about building a life? Do we still get that option in the waste?
No, you sign
do we
that
get that
off.
option in the apocalypse, or is it just going to be running from death?
You signed that off when you joined.
No, I joined to create life, to create a world.
To create a life in a world for others, not for yourself.
For others, including everyone living in this
Hey,
fort.
lady, what are you, some Dr.
you've done.
Frankenstein?
I could be. I mean, given the right technology.
I tell you.
All right. I got a couple of quick questions for everybody. Number one, who taught him to read?
I've been trying for months, and it is not going well.
He's been able to since we've known him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had the pornos from his dad. Huh, not really, but yeah, he had all those magazines and shit. I forgot about that.
Granted, he when he reads like Fred Bear, but he's got like Field and Stream.
All right. Second question. I can go either way on this. However, what if we did just an experiment? Let's take a roll north. See what's up. We can
Yeah,
always
we're-
come back here, can't
We're
we?
talking about basically just doing a recon run.
Oh,
Right.
okay, well that's fine. Like, I just assumed you were talking about like packing up everything and just like peace.
Well, I'm not going to leave everything here. I mean,
Oh fuck no, take the important shit.
The
All I'm
important
saying,
shit.
if somebody burns the shit down in our absence, like I won't lose everything. Knowing our GM, that seems likely.
wow. I guess
I
you were-
would
you
never
were called
do
out.
that.
Oh, never.
Yeah,
Would
right.
never do that.
So, you
Remember,
didn't
Charlie is healed up now. Time for more explosives.
Oh, guess what? Kay's character forgot to turn off the Bunsen burner before she left.
Shit, every time.
So,
Fuck yeah, blow this place up.
so why don't we then do? Let's hedge our bets. Let's create a base of operations.
Well, we kind of have one.
No, but a real one.
Fuck
Oh,
it. Yeah.
We can do that. That's part of the Prime Directive.
Tim, point of order. They have pottery and booze. They have fire bombs now.
Ceramics.
See, you go to firebombs, I go to...
Pottery.
Something tells me that
I'm
this
like,
is
trade
not
love.
the place to create.
Jesus Christ, I'm like the trade routes we could set up with
Right?
the
Right?
bombs and
the Jacques Daniel's distillery.
I'm saying. And the fact that we can sell ceramics and everything else like that around here.
Booze, bombs, and bondage.
Ooh.
Yes. We're renaming beets.
They have pottery, they have alcohol, and they have pressure.
Oh, it's a hipster city.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
10 points for her.
She heard brewery and,
Pressure.
No. I know what Kay needs to be building. Flamethrowers.
Ooh. I mean, don't get me wrong. I desperately want to do that, but that doesn't seem like necessarily the best use of my time.
Well, they've got the wolf issue.
One or two for us, but I'm saying like mass
When-
production.
The world evolves into Mad Max.
Oh, of course it does. We're
Quickly.
involved.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't create a operations base here. It just doesn't feel right. I'm trying to trust my gut here. It just doesn't feel right. There's
Is this the
something
same
more
gut
still
that got
wrong.
you blowing up twice and shot.
No, I followed you.
No, I wasn't
And-
there when you were
and-
kidnapped. I had nothing to do with that part.
Actually, you were there. And that one, it's not my fault. That's because,
It's not my fault.
but the other one, the first blowing up is your fault because I followed you.
All right.
I clearly can't be blamed for anything.
I think we could actually... How many back? I think we got to do our due diligence. Take a gander at what's going on out there beyond these walls. Let these people stand on their own 2 feet for a while. And then we need to make a return. 1.
Episode 12, Return to Beats.
This is the only place I've set up and got people who do have any kind of medical knowledge outside of me and you. So if we need to have some shrapnel pulled out of our ass or tended back past the doorway, this is where we're going to have to be brought.
Also, if we need to do repairs or anything else like that, we have a full working shop here now, not to mention access to ceramics, that water drill.
This is a pretty good option, but we have to do our due diligence and maybe let these folks get on their feet for a while. I mean, they were pretty solid before we showed. Now they're much better survival point. Correct?
Oh, yeah, 100%. All right, I could be down with that idea. I just want to make sure we're not, like, permanently abandoning this place that I feel like we really have a chance to stop surviving and start
What'll
building.
happen is we'll build a couple of places and we'll basically have a tour of, going back to them.
I want to go take out the militia.
I was like, trade routes. We could set up trade routes between different cities. But, yeah, I mean, taking out militia seems
They kind of already
wise.
exist, though.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying if we've got beets set up with ceramics and fucking booze for trade, and then we find another town that maybe has copper or, I don't know, whatever the fuck is going to be.
Copper's going to be up north.
All right, so might not actually be a bad idea, at least along the side of Michigan.
Let's give it a shot.
And not to mention, think about, if we get a bunch of people in a town doing mining and digging and things of that nature, and we, all I'm saying is, statistically speaking, if you put people to work doing good, hard, honest work, they're less likely to try and kill others because they have more shit on their mind.
Good point. I'm not against it. So let's call this a trade run. Let's go north.
Northwest? Because north is water.
Let's go northwest. Let's skirt Saginaw.
We're north of Flint right now, aren't we?
Yeah, hey, guys, we're pretty much dead middle between Cairo and Vassar, Michigan. Which
Fucking
means
Vassar.
due west is Saginaw.
Do we want to... Well, I guess, never mind. The water's probably worthless at this point.
Wasn't good to start with. Vassar. What the hell's in Vassar?
Let's head to Alpena.
It's a long fucking hike in winter.
Alpena?
What's on Alpena?
Really? There's a restaurant there that's really good.
Rogers City.
There's also an old military base.
Yeah.
An air base.
Yeah.
An air base.
Ooh,
I see where you're going.
Do you think there's going to be anything even remotely left, though?
It's a good goal to have.
That's fair. And what else do we got right now?
Along the way.
There's more than an air base there.
No, but along the way, there's some spots where we can probably introduce some trade. Let's do it.
All right, fuck.
He really wants us to go to Saginaw, though. Y'all know that, right?
We got to skirt it. We got to skirt it.
We have to go around it either way, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it doesn't glow in the dark.
Well, I doubt it's going to glow in the dark. I think the issue is going to be what's there. What is northwest of us, almost on a dew line?
You would skirt
Bay City.
between Bay City and the shoreline.
Assexville. I've been there before.
You know what? We can hit Bay City, or at least we can skirt Bay City and get the hell around Saginaw. Bay City's going to tell us what it's going to look like north.
Midland is still a possibility, though.
I'll bet any amount of money right now, Midland. It's a walled city, I'm betting.
To Morrows End is played with the Morrow Project version 4.0 game system, available from Timeline Ltd. at www.timelineltd.com. We also use with permission the ambient sound collection from tabletopaudio.com. Check them out for a ton of ambient soundscapes for your tabletop RPG sessions. Until next time,